It's not Windows, it's not Mac, it's not Linux, and it's not Solaris, but it is a Unix operating system. It uses the common desktop environment commonly seen in earlier versions of Solaris from the mid-90s to the mid-2000s. Unixware is typically deployed as a server rather than a personal desktop, but it can be used on a personal computer. Let's check it out. Okay, here we go. We're going to try out Unixware 7.1.3. The system is coming up. Please wait.
Please wait while the system is examined. This may take a few minutes. Oh, the system is fine now and is now coming up.
Couldn't they think of something like more professional to say than coming up?
Yeah, really?
Now, while the thing's coming up, let me show you something. Now, basically, you're going to be trying Unixware 7.1.3 from 2003. It had all these other versions here. It's still like developed and owned by the SCO group, and it's been owned by all these other like companies over the time.
Look at that, no longer included the Linux kernel personality. Must have been a bad personality.
Now I'll show you something cool about Unixware. This is the login screen for Unixware. You know how Ubuntu uses Unity? This desktop environment is called CDE, which stands for Common Desktop Environment. One of the interesting things you'll see here, if you click Options, then go to Session, it gives you 3 different layouts for the computer that all look different. You've got the Common Desktop Environment, then you've got the Panorama Session and Unix Personality, and then you've got the KDE2 and Linux Personality. So that must be the personality that was removed.
Oh, okay.
So your computer will look different depending on what one of these you pick.
I'm going to have a look at all of them and
at the end of the video, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just use the CDE, Common Desktop Environment, which is used, and then at the end of the video, yeah. Okay, so can you log in now? What do you think about the ability to choose between 3 different desktop environments?
Well, that's good. If you don't like one or the other, you can get something else.
Here we go, so this is what the computer looks like.
It's got like almost like the Mac dock at the bottom.
Yeah.
And almost like a Windows icon.
Okay, what I'm going to do is just close your eyes. I've got to change the background just because you'll notice the screen is flickering through the camera a lot just because of this background.
Yeah.
So I'll change it. Don't look how I do it though.
Okay.
That's still, look at the screen, it's still...
Oh my gosh, that's weird.
Oh, it's not working, is it? If you've got auto brightness on, it makes the screen flicker when you're recording it. It's really strange.
Oh, and when we Googled it to try and find out what the problem was, it came up with adjusting your shutter speed and also, what was the other thing it said?
Oh, automatic synchronization of the speed with the camera.
Tried all that. We spent about 10 minutes trying to do that.
But okay, we figured it out. Don't turn auto brightness on your monitor if you want to record it. So let me show you where this whole Unix thing comes into everything. Back in 1969, you see there was this original Unix here. Then this branched off into...
spelled.
Yeah, I know, it was spelt differently to how it was just a bit after that and how it is spelt now. You will notice BSD, which we have got quite a few requests for, has branched off Unix. And this is back in the, 80s and stuff. But BSD actually exists today. See, FreeBSD, all the way down here.
That's how Mac...
Mac came from like some kind of Unix along the way. It went into OpenStep and Next Step kind of thing. That went into the Mac OS server. Then we have the Mac OS 10.0 to 10.7. Versions of Mac, like all the 1984 Mac and all of that stuff, didn't have anything to do with Unix. That was something else entirely. This OpenStep, when Steve Jobs came back, he basically made a whole new Mac OS. All the Mac OS 1 to 9 isn't related to Mac OS 10 to 10.8. All these Linux distros we're trying, actually, they don't branch off Unix. Basically, Linux is Unix-like. So it's not Unix.
Oh, so it starts by itself there.
It starts by itself.
In 1991.
Yeah, 1991, but the thing is, and actually it had a lot of inspiration from this Minix. But all those things, Ubuntu, Linux Mint, Fedora, Arch Linux, all of that is in here.
Okay.
All those thousands of distros only occupy this little area.
Well, what confuses me is that you hear so much about Linux,
and
you hear nothing about
stuff.
BSD, and yet look at all this Unix and BSD.
So anyway, this Unix goes all the way down here. There's some Xenix. That's actually Microsoft was trying to make a Unix clone or something. And then you come down to Unixware, and this is what you're trying. So in 2003, Solaris also branched off Unix, and that's another thing that people have wanted you to try.
Right.
And then, yeah, then you've got all the BSD stuff, Linux, Minix.
Where's Microsoft in all of this?
Microsoft isn't Unix-based, so it's not a part of this list.
Right, but Mac is?
Mac, Linux, BSD, they all are Unix-like or Unix-based.
Right, okay.
So your first task is what time is it? Finding out that the screen's not flickering.
Well, it's telling me it's June the 16th. And that looks like it's about 2:30.
Yep, that's right. Okay, can you now write, save, and open a text document or text file, something that can store text?
Well, I'm assuming it might be in this little file here. Look at that, it looks like an Office file, doesn't it? I'm going to left-click it, and that's how you open it up.
So you've got desktop apps, desktop tools, information, merge tools, system admin, or...
Tritial.
Tritial.
No, Tritial or something. I would say desktop apps. I had to double click that. Well, I know how to calculate now that's there.
Kind of text editor.
Action. Don't know about that. It looks a bit funny.
What kind of action?
Yeah. Print manager, mailer. Oh, text editor. That would be the one.
Do you think that's a decent name?
Yeah, because you're editing text.
So do you think that's a better name than something like LeafPad?
My necklace just fell down. Can I just... Oh, no.
Did it break?
Edit this bit out. It's silly. Okay, text editor.
Okay.
I am editing text.
Now can you save it?
I'm going to go under File there. That looks very familiar to Windows. Yep. Save. Oh, okay. Untitled. Well, you know what I'm going to do?
You're going to give it a title?
I am going to get rid of the and now it's titled. Okay.
That's a bit silly. Now, I want you to minimise, think, would these things go to the taskbar? Well, where do they go?
I would say, because that's a small one there,
yeah.
That would be minimised and that would be maximised. So I'm going to hit that.
Now, where did it go?
It's gone.
Where is the official taskbar in this? Where did it minimise to?
It's created an icon
now
on the desktop.
Now minimise this.
So I'll minimise this one. Oh, look at that.
So it minimises to the desktop. Remember we were trying out Windows Chicago, which was the beta kind of version or pre-Windows 95? That's telling you that it's minimised to here. And look at something else crazy you can do. You can grab it and put it anywhere you want. So it's a movable taskbar. You can actually store your taskbar anywhere on the screen.
But here they decided not to keep that feature.
No, this feature was removed. So
yeah,
this is an interesting feature to see. Well, they didn't keep it. And if you just double click it, it opens up. Have a look at what you can do here. You can grab it and you can move these anywhere. It's almost like a broken taskbar which you can put anywhere you want on the screen. And then you can unminimize them at any point you want.
Okay.
What do you think about this interface? Instead of them going down there, they kind of just go there and they can be put anywhere. Then you can unminimize them and open them. What do you think about this?
I think it's good because it's not confusing as to where they are. You know exactly what you've got.
Everything that's minimized is kind of on the desktop.
You know exactly what you've got minimized.
But at the same time, what if you have a full screen app open? What happens to the desktop?
You minimize it and then look at your other minimized objects.
But wouldn't you prefer to just switch apps from like a taskbar rather than having to minimize things first, then see what you've opened?
I've never really had to do this sort of thing. You just kind of take for granted what you're doing without thinking about it. Okay, well I'm going to now open it. And so if I was to hit that, I'm assuming it would close it and get rid of the little icon thing too. Close.
What do you notice about this? Instantly, look.
Yeah.
It's got that little thing just like in Windows 3.1.
Yeah.
And then it comes down to close.
I'm working out that that's obviously the line means close, so...
Well, the line brings up a bunch of options, then close.
And then you've got to scroll down.
So does this remind you of Windows 3.1? Not an instant X button. You've actually got to click that thing on that side and close, and it's the same...
I would probably prefer an instant X button, meaning close. Because that's why you go to there to...
get your instant X.
No, to close it, yeah.
Started it.
Back there, just I can think straight when it's all tidy and in order. So, this mouse has gone a little bit funny.
No, it snaps. It snaps into like little cubes.
Oh, okay.
Go into like a file browser.
Well, I'm going to go into that drawer again.
So this is the application manager.
File. Open terminal.
And there's a terminal.
But I don't want a terminal. I want my file. Desktop, information. Okay, information.
Read me or go up. Go up. There you go. You're back to this again.
Well, that wasn't very helpful.
Because that's getting you out of that. This file has been opened for reading only. You're only allowed to read this.
Oh, I wanted to type in where is my file. But what's the point of that? How can something help you if it's a read me only?
How about you look at something down here again?
Maybe this thing that shows a picture of files.
Mail.
Maybe this.
File manager. Now look at what it's saying. It says you're in this home Unixware. It's telling you what folder. So within this folder you're in the home. Within the home folder you're in the Unixware folder.
Well,
then if you went into the desktop folder you'd be in that.
Look,
yep.
titled.
That's where it's saved. You found it.
That's my
So it was in File Manager.
Okay,
so where's File Manager?
There, I would have found it eventually. I have to admit, the pictures are helpful.
Time, date, file. See, it's like a drawer. It's like your file drawer.
Yeah, I know.
Terminal, which is where you type in all the commands.
You know what I like about this?
Yeah.
It shows a drawer, but it shows the calculator sticking out, the pencil, the ruler, you know. And
yeah.
It kind of lets you know what's in there.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good, actually. And this one I can tell must have some sort of a paint application because it's got a little paint tray.
And what you can do is you can actually make your own icons and add your own icons. So you could paint your little, let's say you had a folder or something full of something, or you made your own application, you could put like a little icon, add it to this and make this bar bigger with your own things. Okay. And it's even got, look, multi-desktops. Desktop 1, desktop 2.
So if I went to desktop 2...
And see, it's saying that there's nothing in desktop 2, but look in this one. It's saying that there's a text editor and stuff like that. You see the little boxes.
So it's actually showing you what's in it. Isn't that handy?
So when you go to this, it's showing you,
I've not seen that. Well, look, maybe somebody will correct me, but I don't remember seeing that sort of thing in the other operating systems.
So if I moved this window down, watch what this would do. It would say, okay, the text editor's just down there now. It's saying the exact position of everything. Yeah. But it's so small you can't really see everything. Like you can see it's text editor, file manager, then this app, but you don't really know what that is. App. These two little things have become two little dots to show you the minimised programs.
No, I still think that's great.
How would you maximise? You haven't maximised yet?
Yeah, I would assume the maximise would be the larger square.
Okay, so you've clicked the big one. Now what would you do to make it small on the screen again? Now
click the small one.
You don't. That would minimise it.
Oh. So
you have to click the big one again.
And you click the big one again and it makes it small.
So it makes it big, then it makes it small.
Okay, that's a very illogical thing.
But that's how Windows works.
You click the big one and
that's
it goes
exactly
big.
how it is in Windows XP.
Then you click it again, the big one again, and it goes small.
But that's how it is in Windows XP. Didn't you know that? Let's just say you had Notepad on Windows 8, so N-O-T, and that's how you find a program. You just swipe your finger, search, then you type in the program. Now look at this. It's got the 3 buttons. You touch this button, that makes it big, but then to make it small again, you touch it again.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
If you can actually get it with this massive finger that covers 3 buttons. I want to close, minimise and maximise all at once. What would happen?
That's why this came with that little special pen thing.
Well, I need my little special pen. I give up. Now can you please calculate 4.6?
Okay, let me just get out of all of these things first.
Okay.
I just want to close them. Okay, well I can see the little calculator sticking out of that drawer. Desktop apps, yes, because it's got the little picture of the calculator. That's very handy to have that. I really like these little pictures and showing what's in these things that you're clicking.
So instead of just a blank folder, it's a folder with what's inside?
Yeah, with showing you all these things sticking.
And what do you think of this calculator?
That looks like a scientific one to me.
Frac, abs, EXP, store, recall.
Logical. Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe just normal, financial.
We're just changing all these things. Term. What about that?
Fix.
Try that. Bin, maybe? Bin. No. Fix.
Oh, come on.
English? No. Still not in English.
I just want a regular calculator.
Options?
Where's regular calculator?
Do you want to enter a constant, a function?
Help. Where's a regular calculator? Oh, come on.
Help using help.
No. Oh.
Just use this calculator.
But I can't. Look at that. It's gone strange.
Oh, well, you've made it really strange. Maybe just make it scientific again. Then bin, change bin to what it was before. No, don't make it grad and rad. It's 0.00.
How come you just can't have a normal calculator in this?
Because these people who are using these are not normal people. That's why you don't have a normal calculator. You've got an advanced calculator.
What was the thing again? 4 point something or other?
Okay, 4.2
yes
times 0.2
times.
See, the buttons are all there. 2, and then press equals. Stop!
Where is the equals?
That's not equals. What's that?
That was quit.
So see, that button there, you'd think it's equals, but it's quit.
You do. 0.84.
Does the answer seem right?
Yeah, that does sound
Good.
right.
Okay.
I hope. Get another calculator.
Windows calculator? No.
Check it.
Just swipe the screen. No, with one finger on the side. No, on the touch the edge, yep. Search.
Oh no, you just do it yourself.
Type in calc.
You do it.
Type in calc.
Phil,
Mum, calc.
don't have this. No.
No, calc.
I give up.
Touch it.
I don't want to touch it.
Just touch calc.
I don't
Just
want
touch the calculator and the calculator will appear.
Don't have any of this in because it's silly.
Okay.
See, that's a normal damn calculator.
Now touch it. No, do that.
Can I make it a bigger calculator? You can't. Times.
You're actually managing to
Where's
do this
time?
with a massive finger.
Times.
0.2. 0.84, 0.84. Okay, it is the
Get rid of
same.
it.
Now, can you change the desktop background?
Hey,
Double
look at
click.
that. You can't even move. Oh, you can.
You can.
Okay, just get rid of it.
Oh no.
No, I couldn't be bothered.
Why don't you just minimize it to the desktop? So it's kind of,
Yeah,
almost
that'll do.
Xing it. And
That'll
it's
do.
incrementing that.
So now I want to change the desktop.
Paper
I'm
then.
going to right click. Or maybe application list.
That's telling you all the things that are open.
Okay, well that's not what we want. You know what this is missing though?
What?
When your mouse goes over the things, it's missing an explanation. Although
Okay.
that's a good... Oh, well, I guess that can be a bin. That doesn't even know what it is. It's got a question mark there. You know what that is. You kind of know what that is. Maybe that, because that's a picture of something.
Starting communicator, please wait. Netscape license agreement.
What's all this about?
Netscape. What do you think Netscape is? This is Netscape.
Some sort of internet thing?
Yep,
maybe?
it's an internet browser. It was one of the first out.
Is this compatible with the current day internet?
Oh, you're going to have a few problems, like it won't show the internet properly. You'll see bits of the internet looking strange.
Oh, well, I'm not interested then.
Just out of interest and for a new task, can you just delete that file? How would you delete
What,
it in
this
this?
title?
Yeah, that title you made. Just delete it.
Well, I'm going to highlight it, then I'm going to go to File and see if I can delete it. Close, maybe.
No.
Oh, that closes the whole lot. Well, I'm going
Windows
to
XP.
right-click it, and then
It says change permissions, put in workspace, put in trash.
put in trash. That's getting rid of it.
Okay, now how would you get rid of it from trash? Because it's
I
in the
guess
trash,
you
so you want to
right-click
totally...
trash can. I don't know what that is. Add sub panel.
You click the trash can to open the trash.
Oh,
So it's in the trash can now.
Yeah.
Now how do you get it like really gone rather than just in the trash can?
Well, there's
Don't
no
do file.
There's no emptying feature. There was no emptying feature. Maybe if I right-click it.
Now, are you going to put back or shred?
Oh, put back would mean you put it back
put it
in
back
there.
where it came
and
from.
Shred would mean it's gone.
Yeah, the trash objects are shredded. They are permanently removed from the computer.
It's
There we go.
permanently removed.
Change the desktop wallpaper.
I don't even know what that is. Core. It looks like a dynamite exploding. I don't think it's in here.
By the way, see these little arrows? They actually pop up with stuff.
Yeah, I had a feeling they would. That to me looks like a paint application.
Open it up, have a look at it. It says color, font, backdrop, keyboard, mouse, beep, screen, window.
Logic would tell me it's backdrop, but
So-
I mean maybe it's even screen because we want to change the screen, don't we?
Backdrop means background.
Okay.
Screen means stuff like resolution and stuff
And
like
what
that.
does it do? Change the colour of your keyboard and mouse as well?
You can click it if you want to have a look at that, but I'll just change the backdrop
No, I'm
if I were
happy
you.
with black mouse
Black
and
key-
black keyboard, so I
Okay.
think I'll stick with that.
Okay, so what kind of background do you want? And I'll show you
These.
something great.
Oh,
Before
look at
before
that.
you choose something, if you click at the top here
Yeah.
and you move down,
Oh,
you can
have
see
a
it really fast.
You know what? I like that because
See?
that way you're not having to
to click
guess
in each
from the
individual
name.
one, yeah. So choose one.
I'm going to stop where I feel it looks good. Oh, too fast. Wait a see. No backdrop.
Yeah.
Bricks. Woolly. Water drops. That'll
Okay.
do. Apply.
There we go, water
Applied.
drops. There we go. So you've got a water drop background now.
Yes.
Beep.
Why would you want to make the computer beep?
And you can change the tone even. So this is a low beep.
And what function does this serve?
If you put it up really high, you can annoy a bunch of dogs.
Why would you want to do that? You're in an office, for goodness sakes, or you're in your own home.
Well, let's just say there was a customer.
Maybe
A customer came to the office with a dog. He didn't want the dog in the office, so you just beep, 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 beep. That'll get the dog out.
Okay, well, if your neighbour's dog runs into your house, that's how you get them out.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's even the duration here, so you can turn that up too. To really annoy the dogs. Anyway.
That would really annoy me. I don't like
It's hurting my ears. Okay. Okay, so the last task is turn off your computer. Before you turn off, can I just get you to rate what you think about this operating system, the way it navigates the interface? What do you think about it? What do you think about having this at the bottom?
Okay, let's just say, to me, it does have a little bit of Mac in it, in that it's got that thing at the bottom.
So it's got a dock,
yeah,
but it's got a different function, okay?
Yes. Also, it's a bit Windowsy in that you can put icons on there. Not that they're icons, but they look like icons, and you can move them around.
Mac has icons as well, so does Linux.
Oh, I know, but to me it's windowy. I have to admit, I do like some of these. I mean, look, that one I would never have thought is change the desktop background. I would have thought that's a paint application.
It's a computer settings, is what
it's
meant to be.
Whereas this one is very good because it shows you exactly the little pictures of what's in it. I'm still confused about that. I mean, what's the point of having something there with a question mark? It makes you think that it doesn't even know what it is.
And if you come up here, look, these things pop up.
You know what that is, you know what that is. The only thing that's missing to me is, despite the fact that some of these are really good with showing the little pictures of what's inside it, I like when you run your cursor over and it actually...
it has like a tooltip.
It then says in text form
what this is,
I haven't seen this sort of thing, or a little pop-up thing from a dock. Yep. Mac doesn't have that.
Mac does have that.
Oh, it does?
But it looks a lot nicer in Mac. In this, you've got this, it stays in a little window, and the thing about this window is you can actually grab it and move it around. But in Mac, you'll notice that if you click on this, it will spring out.
It's shooting out.
Yeah, it springs out in a circular fashion, and it even tells you what each thing is like that on the side.
I have to admit, I like the telling you what it is bit.
Yeah, this tells you what it is next to it on that right side, and this tells you what it is, but it's almost separated from the icon. What do you think looks better, this? Or I thought so. Solaris had this very similar interface to this. It just had a bit of a different colour scheme and worked a little bit differently, but it had this common desktop environment. They wanted to start phasing it out in 2001. Do you think this interface looks like, if it was 2001, compare it with Windows XP, do you think this is looking a bit old in 2001? Is that a good time to phase it out, would you say?
So in 2001 was when XP was around.
Yeah, well, when it was just released.
I have to admit, in comparison with XP, this does look a little bit primitive.
Do you want to see the other ones it comes with?
Oh yeah, we said
have a look.
Do that. So
log out.
How do I log out?
Well, that's your task.
Maybe it's that little thing there.
Oh, there it is. Log out. Yep.
I found it.
How did you know that was a log out though? Because that looks like it minimises his bar.
What? That to me was just a logical sort of a little menu thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Exiting the desktop session.
I don't need to save anything. So
okay, continue log out. Then choose another one.
Panorama.
So this is what this Unix one or whatever it was looks like.
This one's quite simplistic actually. Doesn't it actually have all those pictures of all those little things?
Remember it had the 1, 2 thing. This just shows you, look, 1, and then you can have actually 6 at the bottom here.
But what's the point of having like 6 different desktops if you don't even have any applications or anything?
Well, there's 2 applications up here.
The
Number 1, there's a clock. Number 2, there's this thing here, which I don't actually know what it is. It just looks like a desk.
Looks like a...
What if you made it bigger?
Filing thing.
No, it doesn't do it. Does the clock get bigger if you make it bigger? Yeah, the clock gets bigger.
Yay. I mean, what's the point of this?
Okay, now, if you right-click, look at that.
What's all this?
I have no idea. Let me...
This one just doesn't have any, of your... You know, it doesn't have the Mac dock down here.
Maybe say, open...
Try and open that thing. Oh, that just got rid of it altogether. I can't see how anybody could use this desktop. It's not a usable one.
Oh, I got it. It says SCO. Oh, wait a sec. It's got applications and mail, you know, tools, mail,
isn't that
everything.
Funny? I was thinking this is a desktop that just doesn't have anything.
Look at that. You've got puzzle, maze. Let's see this. Oh, there's a maze. And it just solves it for you automatically. Instantly. Okay. A P-laid. There it is.
What is that?
I don't know. Let's make it bigger. There it is. Don't look if you have epilepsy.
You can't even say it.
These are just demo things, so I think these are just like, oh, look at what my computer can do type thing.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was just kind of showing like, look how powerful the computer is kind of thing. Gas. I don't know what this gas thing is. Run. Pause. Stop. Run. Go.
Let's just get out of this one. This, to me, looks more like a games desktop.
And there's the eyes.
Not the eyes.
The eyes.
Let's get rid of those.
Okay, so can you get out of this desktop?
Oh, this is a crazy one. This is a real crazy desktop.
You haven't even looked at all the applications this thing has. No, just get out of it. Don't worry about quitting.
How do you get out of it? I'm going to click. Oh.
You've got to keep your finger on it.
Quit Panorama.
Something window manager. PM window manager.
Pomois. Sounds French.
Now the last one is KDE. It's an older version of KDE, and you can actually still use KDE today in Linux. So that's probably why it said Linux personality. So the last one is KDE 2 Linux personality. Here we go.
This actually looks like a modern one.
Okay, here we go, and this is the KDE 2. So
I like this one.
You like this one, okay.
This would be the one I would choose.
So, it's got the digital time. That looks pretty cool. And it's flashing too, look.
Look, the date underneath.
Yeah, and look how it's flashing like a real clock.
And here you've got all the little pictures of the things.
And what's that? Touch that. You'll like it.
Oh,
it's like a start menu type thing.
That's a real Windows thing. This one looks as if it's got many more features than what the first one had.
It's even got toys.
I don't mind this
So you would be using this one, then, Linux personality. But this was removed in the next version.
Something that's actually the best one.
If I click this, notice it's showing me that on the mouse it's saying this is what it's actually loading.
Oh,
instead of just showing a timer. You don't know what the computer's doing.
Well, I think you would know what the computer's doing because you've just clicked a particular thing.
An X button.
This is really Windows, isn't it?
It's even got the trash and icons. So the actual proper icons there. Configure background. So it's even got you right click on the desktop background thing. And wallpaper.
Why didn't I just try out this one? This one looks much more user friendly. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. The other one was sort of okay, but I did stumble with certain things. But this one just looks more interesting and more user friendly, I think.
Maybe you can try an older Linux, because think, if this was around 2003, you can find an operating system that uses this KDE 2 and then you can try this out. Okay. If someone wants to suggest, you know, an older Linux distro that uses this, then go ahead and suggest it. Now can you turn this off? And actually I like where you turn it off. Look, a turn off button right next to the time.
That's an actual proper turn off symbol.
What's this do though?
Oh no!
It slides the whole thing.
No, I hate hiding things.
Okay, now let's slide it open again. There we go.
No.
So turn it off.
Don't hide what you're using. Okay, turn off. Easy. The off.
And it's saying end.
Log out.
There we go. So what do you think of Unixware and its ability with all those different desktops? So 3 different desktops it comes with.
That's pretty good, because if you don't like the first two, you've...
Which you didn't like the first two.
No,
that was funny. You said, if you don't like the first two, then the computer, beep! It's like it just swore. If you don't like the first two, beep!
The point is, I didn't mind the first one, but I did stumble on a few things.
And you hated the second one.
It didn't. Well, I didn't see the point of the second one.
Yeah.
And this third one, somebody who's very used to Windows, that would be quite easy to use.
Yeah, so that was KDE 2. KDE has evolved a lot since then, though.
Funny how similar it is to Windows, and yet it didn't even spring from Windows and it has nothing to do with Windows.
Basically, it's more about the actual code of the system. For example, Linux isn't Windows. You know that, don't you? You can make Ubuntu look identical to Windows 7. Now, doesn't that just look like almost Windows 7 with the gadgets, the little recycle bin, even like the taskbar and stuff?
But is Linux allowed to have the Windows 7 symbol?
Look at my Windows 7. I've got my Windows 7 start menu, the little things in the bottom, the start thing, this thing, look. This is Linux, this isn't even Windows 7 at all, and look, it's got like this Windows, well, anyone can set the background for any system. But look, that start menu, look, doesn't that look like the Windows 7 one?
Yeah, it does.
And look, even the little Windows 7, the whole thing, and those icons, see? It looks like Windows 7.
Okay.
But what do you think about that, being able to turn Linux into anything?
Well, I don't see the point, really, because the point is, if you want Windows 7, get Windows 7. If you want Linux, get Linux. Why get something and make it look like something else?
This technically would run Linux applications while the real one wouldn't be, the Windows 7 wouldn't be able to run Linux. So if you wanted to...
And also that's free and that's not.
Yeah, so you could get Windows 7 for free in a way if you get Wine on it and stuff, but it wouldn't run as well as Windows would. If you had to use Linux, but you only ever used Windows 7 and you're not sure how to use Linux, you could just set it to look like that, and then boom, Windows users would be able to use Linux knowing how to.
This is a Unix video. What does this have to do with Unix?
Because Linux is Unix-like. It's a rebuild...
Well, Linux looks Windows 7-like.
Well, let's just end this video now.
Goodbye.
Let's check it out. I might do that a few times. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Oh, but that seems very sexual.
It is a bit of a gay moment, regardless of how you do it.
Let's check it out. 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 Oh, this is too gay. I don't know. None of those seem good.
Let's check it out.
No, let's check it out. Seems really gay.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out, mate. Okay, I think that's enough now.
Oh, thank goodness that's done. Now, there, our professional green screen. Whoa!